Let's talk about true manifestation. There are so many manifestation techniques. I feel like people have varying success between like different techniques. You have like positive thinking, you have the law of attraction, there's the 369 method, the Tesla method where you write it down 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the evening, 9 times at night. There's all these, there's the writing one where you, with intention, you write the meditation or the manifestation. What kind of manifestation practice do you guys do? No, really.
Well, there's plenty of them that I have practiced and I have done. Manifestations, I think that meditation is one of the meditation is one of the best practices that anyone could do because it's the embodiment and the feeling, and once you're in the meditative state, you could go. To me, I'm all about frequencies, right? So that's what I've been studying a lot, is frequencies. So the theta frequency is one of them, like, theta, delta, alpha.
Yeah.
But theta is the one that you're right below the sleeping level. Like right when you're about to fall asleep, you're right at that point. But when you reach that point, you're able to communicate directly with your subconscious. Your conscious, you have to see the subconscious is the horse, right?
Yeah.
That's the one that takes you where you need to be and makes things happen. The consciousness is the jockey, which is the one that you are now, awake. And the consciousness is what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're doing.
Yeah.
So to have the universe, feel like a lot of people have read these books like The Secret and other things like that.
Yeah.
When we read those books of the laws of attraction, it's like a lot of people try it and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
The reason that it doesn't work is because they're not practicing the embodiment, the emotion, the feeling, everything that you have to put behind it.
Yeah.
Because it's not only, calling it in for it to come, it's living the life like as you are already in it.
Dude, you know what that reminds me of? You remember that book, Atomic Habits? That's the book, Aaron, you had everybody read. He says something like that in the book where he talks about if you want to manifest something, you have to first embody the personality, the persona of the person who achieves that. So if you want to be some stockbroker, millionaire who's made millions through the stock market, then you need to do the things that person would do and embody the things that person would do. Or the example he gave in the book was, if you want to be like a fitness, influence or something like that, then you have to give yourself the evidence that you are that person. He actually says that in the book. So you have to, the last 30 days I've been to the gym every day. Now your conscious and subconscious mind has the evidence, like the proof, like, hey, I am this person. Like once you take the persona of the person that is at the achievement that you want, then that magnifies the manifestation. I thought that was really powerful. I was like, I like that.
That is true. And one thing that I came across some time ago that I use it it's something that you have to discipline yourself to do it. There's different type of meditations, right? So, like I'm an active meditator. Like, when I meditate, it's like I'm more energetic instead of like stillness.
Yeah.
But what I found out some time ago is that there's 2 windows each day that are our gifts, basically, are given time for us to actually invoke manifestations. So those times are when you first wake up in the morning, you're in a state of theta. So if you wake up, it's like you having your personal app store for your mind. So in the morning, when you first wake up, you're in a state of theta. So then what you could do is like you could just every morning when you're about to open your eyes, if you discipline yourself of you to calculate how your day or what is it that you want, you could speak it to your mind in a meditative state, basically, because that's where you're at right now. So these are for people that do not meditate.
Yeah.
They could just do this really quick. Because it's only when you wake up and when you fall asleep that you're about to knock out, that you're about to fall asleep.
Is that because you're like in between subconscious and conscious at that point?
Yeah, because your subconscious is going to take over once you sleep. So you know what I'm saying? But you have to be at that. Basically, with that stillness, like meditation takes you when you're like, you know, like the Makaya says, to see us in the center of our core, and stay in stillness, not think about it, and let go of everything. You know what I'm saying? Once you're in that state, you're on theta. So when you're on theta, you're communicating directly with your subconscious, and that's when the magic begins, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't not know how to meditate, or if you don't meditate often, it's like you could just take advantage of these two windows.
Yeah.
So in the morning, you could do, you could wake up, you could start thinking about these things that you want and how you want your day to pan out.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you write it into your subconscious ledger.
Interesting.
And then you don't repeat it, just do it and let it go, but feel it and know it, and then live by it. Like every day, live like if what you just said, live it, feel the emotion, feel the certainty of it.
Yeah.
Like if it is there, and then believe me, it's like things will happen. I told this to a few people that they do not meditate, and because they were going through so much friction.
Yeah.
And I told them, if you want to change that, this is what you do. It's like, try this exercise. And they were looking at me like, yeah. So, but they did, and then they called me like a week after. It's like, dude, it's like, I can't believe that things just are changing. Like,
that's interesting.
Fast and drastically, you know? And then when you fall asleep, one thing that you could do is like, if you can make your own recording or something.
I was just thinking that.
Like there's a practice that is called Yoga Nidra.
Yeah.
So it's like you fall asleep and you extend your arms wide open, and then when you're falling asleep, you're like kind of like go into this meditative state, and you start doing the same thing that you were doing in the morning. So it's like go and tap into your app store now, and just whatever it is that you desire, just envision it, live it, feel it, and embody it, and then just go to sleep.
What do they call that? Like if you use the recording, you're using, what do they call it? Affirmations. Like you're recording like positive affirmations.
Positive affirmations.
Yeah.
So, and that works too, because when you repeat, you keep on telling yourself. Your subconscious, whatever. Like people say, "Oh, I don't manifest."
Yeah.
I don't manifest, but they manifest. Everyone manifests something every day.
Yeah.
Either you're thinking negative, or you're not, or you're doubting something, and you're throwing yourself this is not gonna work, or what? It's like, guess what? It's not gonna work.
That's a powerful technique. Actually.
Yeah. So it's like so when words are like spells, right? Every time you say something, it's like you're putting that in the field. So your subconscious behind the scenes is listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
So if you keep on saying things that are bad or negative, or things that are like they're kind of negative to what you want, or you're sabotaging yourself.
Wow.
So you have to speak positive, speak from a state of love, feel it. Even if there's something that is wrong, just let it go. Don't put too much attention to it, because then you're gonna go into the hamster wheel and go in the opposite direction.
I feel like that technique, you're positively directing the subconscious, whereas you don't normally do that necessarily. The subconscious is normally directing you. Actually, I heard Joe Dispenza and like some other teachers speak about that too. How powerful the subconscious mind is. Like the reason why people have such a difficult time breaking habits and different things is because they're working from the conscious mind, rather than the subconscious, which is the real power horse that's directing. So I feel like with that technique, you're kind of directly kind of inputting like some direction into the subconscious, so it helps with that. That's pretty powerful, actually.
You're absolutely right, and that's it's very simple, but it's like you need the discipline to remember and do it, because sometimes we wake up and sometimes you just go into the rush of starting your day, but there's no better way to start it. Either it's a meditation or do that practice.
That's pretty good.
And then it's going to just open the path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, a practice that I start seeing more and more, and I think like I like the teachings. Like you can't really find like so much in books, and like you have to get through other sources, like through meditation or whatever. But one of the things that I found lately, because I was told this by a very powerful teacher, about like the cleanliness of even your gut in terms of like manifestation, because it's like everything is frequency, right? So if you think about like when you're trying to attract or you're trying to manifest certain things, like the purity and cleanliness even internally in the body actually affects the manifestation, actually. So because if you have all these even toxins. So I've tested this, like even like during like certain things that I do, like even in terms of like financially, I've seen literally in real time, like the difference between, I started picking up on the pattern where when I would do sauna and certain things, or I'm working out, like certain things would go up, like profit would go up, versus like when I wasn't doing it, and it's going down, but I'm doing exactly the same thing. And so what I started picking up on, because I was taught that from earlier, I was like, man, so it's not even just my gut. It's like even the level of toxins that I have in the body also affects the manifestation, actually. So if you have a lot of toxins in the body, it's blocking manifestation. So the more you purify, that's why these yogis and masters are on this like purification thing, because it also affects manifestation. Like that kind of blew my mind. Even the toxins in the air and everything that affects the power of the manifestation, actually. So the more you can cleanse and purify, it's going to enhance any manifestation practice that you do, actually.
That also goes with the emotions, to purify emotions.
Yeah, purifying emotions, because emotions, that's what it leaves negative chemical in the body, in the blood. So
Short traumas like the emotion code.
yeah. Oh yeah, the emotion code. Yeah.
It's not a question.
What's your question?
Like in the Theravada practices, the monks, and maybe it doesn't apply, and maybe it's completely different, but just for clarification's sake, in the Theravada, like Buddhist practices, the monks, they eat whatever. It is given and provided to them.
Yeah.
And I've thought about that, like even eating like, pork and the meat and the way that it's killed and everything.
Yeah.
But I guess the monks are not manifesting, so it doesn't matter, or like, I don't know. Like, you see, I'm like confused.
That's a good question.
They can eat anything, whatever's given. And I asked that question. I asked one of the venerables, like, does it matter, if we're vegetarian and, and then he goes, no, it doesn't matter. So,
well, I've seen different, Buddhist. I don't think all the monks do this. Well, because I do think that some of them, like, there are monks that don't eat meat, for example.
Yeah, like the Chinese, Chinese monks, it's vegetarian.
Yeah, even the Theravada ones, though. Like, there's some monks who they won't eat meat, or they'll still take what's donated to them and still bless it, but they won't necessarily, like, eat meat or whatever. But I think that also, I guess, like, if you go to, like, the highest level of it, like, the food at a certain point and the toxins in it is also...
You can activate or transmute it.
An illusion, kind of So it's like, if you're operating on a certain level, like, Like if you're, because it depends on what level you're speaking on. It's like for normal people, like the toxins are gonna affect you. Like I just was literally watching a video about this where they were talking about these gurus where they gave, what is it, the psilocybin, not the psilocybin, but the what's the other one, the ayahuasca. Yeah. They gave them ayahuasca, and some of them weren't affected by it. They could just transmute it like there's nothing to it. Like it's just like oh, this what you guys all like. Where normal people would take it and they'll just be like, oh, like going crazy. But yeah, so I think it's depending on what level you're on. Like, but I would say for the most part, until you're like enlightened being, the negative frequencies are gonna affect you. But if you're at the level where you're just transmuting it, then it's all
irrelevant.
It's all irrelevant anyways.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know that it's like parasites. It's like the toxins are like parasites. So parasites, if you notice, parasites control your mind.
Yeah.
Control your, they make you eat things with sugar, things that are sweet, things that are not good for you. Because
that's why I got all those.
That's
sweet
what they love, and that's and it's every human being has parasites. So,
yeah.
So detoxing is a great thing, but these things are like, they mess around with your frequency. Again, frequency is key. So when you go into a meditative state and you're theta, like I said, that's when you speak with your subconscious.
Yeah.
But when you start detoxing and start cleaning your body, you start shaving all these toxins. It's easier for you now to connect into that meditation.
Yeah,
now,
that's a good point.
So, and then it's like that's what you see with these monks. It's like some of these monks. It's like there could be the world could be falling around them, and then it's like and blasting, and they are still in stillness, like nothing's happening because they're not there. They're like connected. Completely. For us to do that, it takes a long time. So that's probably. It's like you said, like the food and everything. Once you bless it and you just mentally, you're transforming that into something that is going to do good for you. You
know what? That's true. I heard this guy on a podcast, and this blew my mind when he said this. He said, when you eat food and you know that it's bad for you, it actually magnifies the effect of it. So it's like just your your mind is saying like, oh man, I'm eating like shit. Like just you saying that and you're eating it, like you're inputting and amplifying that effect in you. And so it's like you are like everything at a certain level is really connected to your intention. It's like what me and you were talking about the other day. I think that was me and you were talking about the placebo effect, where people, they take the medicine, they thinking that they're actually taking a medicine, but it's actually a sugar pill. And all of a sudden they're completely healed of certain diseases, and that's documented scientific stuff. It's crazy.
And when I was living in Chicago, I had a friend that used to do like raps and like signage and stuff like that. So this guy, Johnny, that was his name. He used to be an old bouncer back in the day in clubs and everything else. Guy, really great guy. He passed away, but let me tell you the story of him. The story of him was that when he had stage 4 lung cancer. Wow. He never smoked in his life. But he was in environments that had smoke because he was the bouncer in clubs. Everybody smoked back in the days. So that affected him. He was living with stage 4 lung cancer.
Yeah.
So one day he went to the doctor. He's a bodybuilder, like had body chiseled, everything, happy. The day that the doctor told him that they checked, because he was feeling like kind of off a little bit, so he went to do a check. He never went to the doctor.
Yeah.
The day that he found out that he had stage 4 lung cancer, and they gave him 3 months to live.
Wow.
He died in about weeks from that. We were planning to do a fundraiser for his chemo. If he didn't get the treatment, he was going to die.
Wow.
His mind deteriorated this man to the form that, you know, in weeks he was transformed, like it really, like, he killed himself thinking and going down that path, you know?
Yeah, that's insane.
And it's insane because it's like the mind is so powerful, because what the mind believes, that's what I was telling you about the manifestation. Everybody manifests.
Yeah.
So if you keep on thinking and living it, and keep on thinking about these negative thoughts, guess what? That's what you're going to continue to manifest.
Yeah.
But if you make your mind think about something positive or something totally different, guess what? Now you're going to start pulling, your subconscious is going to help you pull all these good things to you.
Yeah, that's powerful. Actually.
And that's the law of attraction in effect.
Yeah, it's almost like I've even heard of stories where people were wrongly diagnosed with cancer and they ended up dying, and come to find out they were actually wrongly diagnosed. So the mind was so strong that it believed in what the doctors was telling them, that they just mentally created the sickness for themselves, and boom, dead. It's crazy. Like your mind is so potent, so powerful, and there's so many like powerful like manifestation, like things that you can use to amplify or mitigate certain things. It's powerful.
It is.
Yeah. Well, this was a good talk, guys. This was one of our Love Tower chats this week. We do these chats every week, Sunday, same time. Wednesdays at 6, we also do the chats as well. We're also going to be doing a meditation today, and how long? 12 o'clock. Yeah, 12 p.m. So hope you guys are there if you want to join us for the meditation. Thank you guys for joining, and see you guys next week. Love you guys.